What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new video. Now today you join me for another car review. As you can see behind me, we have the all new Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Now this is the new facelift and we're going to be doing a quick review on it. Now I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and by the way, big thanks to Mercedes Mercurius, which is the local Mercedes dealership out here in Zanin. They've handed me another opportunity to do a video on one of their cars. Now let's actually jump into this video. Let's get it.
As I woke up one morning, as I woke up one morning.
Okay, so the new Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Now this is the 2023 model year facelift. Changes are very minimal, but they are there nonetheless. For one, you finally get the power domes. Now on the pre-facelift, they didn't come with the power domes. This one actually does have them, and they just help make the car more aggressive. Headlights are all new. Now as standard, it comes with LED headlights, but you can still upgrade to higher performing lights, which are the digital lights. The grille is also all new. By the way, this is the AMG-Line, so you get the AMG style grille with the little tiny Mercedes-Benz badges or logos, which does look absolutely cool. Previously it had the little diamonds, which also looked nice, but I think it's cooler with the Mercedes emblems. Now the lower curtain area is all new. It's reshaped. This is where most of the changes happen, particularly on the front bumper. Now let me actually insert a clip of the pre-facelift so you guys can compare the two. Done? Let's continue. Now AMG-Line comes as standard with 18-inch wheels, and they do look absolutely beautiful in the two-tone gloss black with the silver front fascia. But if this is not enough for you, you can upgrade to 19 inches. Now this one has the night package, and you get gloss black mirrors, and you get gloss black around the window surrounds. Now aggressive side skirts with the AMG-Line, which is a very neat touch. Coming around to the back, facelift also gets this new design to the tail lights. Now I promise this is actually new. On the pre-facelift, you had a beam that was surrounding the whole unit. Now you get this little bar inside. A200 model designation. Other than that, the rear is exactly the same. Let's actually check out the interior. So A-Class interior. Now for one, you have Mercedes-Benz lettering on the dorsal. You get AMG floor mats because once again, this is the AMG line. You get AMG seats, which look really cool. Now these are the sport seats with the integrated headrest. Now these are one of my most favorite seats in any car. You also get the new style AMG steering wheel, which is much appreciated, with the haptic touch sensitive buttons. Rather, some people don't like them, some people like them. I think they actually work well. If there's any problem with them, is that you can accidentally do something, like you can accidentally touch one of the buttons and whatever, but in terms of usability, they work just fine. Now there's also, okay, the infotainment isn't all new. It's the same size as in the previous pre-facelift, but you get the newer MMI system, which is the newer MBUX. But actually what's new is the graphics. Rather, they've kind of updated the user interface in some way or form, but it's pretty much the same as in the previous car. Now another change that I've noted is the air vents. Now they're still exactly the same, but in the facelift they're gloss black, whereas in the pre-facelift they were all silver. Now I feel like in the silver form they stood out more than in the gloss black. They just blend a bit with the dashboard when they are gloss black, so they don't stand out a lot more, but they're still cool. They still look nice. Now there used to be a haptic feedback controller for the main infotainment screen right here. They've done away with it, and they've left this awkward space, which is, yeah, it's a bit of a shame, because that control was actually, it worked really well, and the haptic feedback on that was actually very satisfying. Now in here you can't even fit any phone. This is an iPhone X, which is pretty much small in today's standard, and it barely fits. Like, it barely fits. Anything bigger than this won't actually fit. Now, you can't put your keys in there because they'll just fly out. You literally can't use the space. But yeah, there's a volume control down here. There's also a drive mode select. Actually, it only says dynamic, so it's the dynamic select, which is pretty cool. There's also a button to wake up the camera system, so you can wake up the cameras if you're driving around maneuvering and you want to check what's behind you and whatnot. So other than that, it's all the same really. Now, I'll say something which is really crazy. Now, I've spent some time playing around in here, and I feel like, for me personally, this car has the highest quality of any Mercedes-Benz, except the S-Class, of course. But if we're comparing this to like the C-Class, GLA and whatnot, for some reason the quality in here just feels like it feels superior. Now, the door handle feels really solid. This area right here with the sunroof controls and the SOS buttons, it just feels well integrated. If you do this in the new C-Class, it wobbles a bit. Everything that you touch, even the center console area, the dashboard, it just feels all solid. Even the materials, now this is a soft rubber material, there's a kind of wood inlay in there, and yeah, I just feel like the quality in here is top standard for me personally. If you feel different, do let me know. If you think there's another Mercedes-Benz which has better quality than this, if it's not the S-Class though. Yeah, let's actually remind ourselves how the room in the back is. Let's check out the back seat. So, the back seat. Now, this is a medium-sized hatchback, and as you can see, there is actually a decent amount of room back here. There's a good amount of leg room. The seat does feel like it's a bit too low, so it's a bit too tight for your feet to stretch forward, but I have the seat in its lowest position. Now, it's really nice back here. Oh, by the way, headroom. There's plenty amount of headroom. That's, yeah, thumbs up from me. Now, it's really nice and luxurious back here. You get the two-tone seats with the Alcantara and the leather rich stitching, which is actually quite nice. There's also some nets to store your stuff back here, like documents and so on. There's a bit of a space right here, which I don't know what you'd use for. There's also one USB port for charging some devices. Now, there's also a hole on the seats where you can jab whoever is in front. Like, you can give them some serious jabs if you so wish. That applies on the passenger side, of course. Now, let's actually check out the boot space. So, the boot. Now, you're looking at 370 liters of boot capacity, and it's actually really nice here. The carpeting is very nice and soft. You have these two spaces on either side with nets. You get a first aid kit on the side, rather. There's also an underfloor, which is really nice. You have some tire repair kits down there, which is, yeah, if you have an emergency with a flat tire, you can try and use them to repair your tire. Let's actually talk about the different trim levels. Okay, so trim levels. Now, the trim levels on this car are very simple and straightforward. Your base trim is the progressive, which starts from this price, and then you can upgrade to the AMG line for about 30,000 rands. You also have the A35 and the A45S, which are the AMG cars. Let's actually talk about the different engine choices. Okay, so engine choices. Now, you only have a choice of one engine, which is the A200 specification. Now, this is a 1.3 liter turbo 4-cylinder motor pushing 120 kilowatts, which is around 160-ish horsepower and 250 newton meters of torque. Now, all that power is sent to the front wheels via 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Now, like I already mentioned, there's also the A35 and the A45S as the AMG cars. Those both come with a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder motor, and the A35 it makes around 225 kilowatts, which is around 306 horsepower, and the A45S makes about 310 kilowatts, which is around 421 horsepower thereabout. But anyways, let's actually jump into the driver's seat. So guys, you join me inside the new A-Class. One detail I've just noticed now is you can actually see the power domes from the driver's seat, which is really cool. You can see them while driving. That is a really nice touch. I really like that. Now, I'll say one thing. This car has had me driving like a hooligan from driving from the dealership to the shooting location. I don't know, there's just something about this particular facelift A-Class. It just feels a lot more edgier to drive. The brake feels so progressive. Now the brake in the C-Class feels really weird, like the modulation is really off. I think that has to do with the mild hybrid setup. Now this car has none of that, so the brake feels nice and solid. The brake pedal distance is so solid and progressive, and I really like that. And for some reason this car feels really quick. Now remember, the lady who helps me at the dealership told me the A-Class is really fast, and you know, I just took it lightly. But when you jump in here, I mean, it's not like fast like A45 kind of fast, but it's so edgy, it's so eager to go. I don't know what it is about this facelift. I've been driving like a hooligan, literally. Now, recap: 1.3 liter 4-cylinder turbo, 120 kilowatts, and 250 Newton meters of torque. And man, that torque is so nice and fun. Like, I just find myself weavering around the road, like I just go left and right just to feel the handling. And I'm just wondering, how is it in the A45S if this base A200 feels like this? Like guys, I'm really not exaggerating. I know this is just a base A200, this is just the base A-Class, and I'm raving on about how fun it is to drive. And believe me, it's, I don't know, it's shocking. I'm surprised. I've been man, and it's so easy to get up to speed. Like, the response from the throttle is so insane. You can get up to speed so quickly, man. We're really flying. Okay, I have to slow down a bit because we're really flying. Now this doesn't have modern rear independent suspension, and on the hard bumps you do feel it. It does like jitter a bit, but other than that, it's very solid in here. It's very nice and quiet. There is some tire noise coming into the cabin, but I mean, you do get that in any other car pretty much, but it's not intrusive. It's a really nice place to be, and you can just chill when you want to. Like, I mean, the interior in this, I just like, we've reviewed so many Mercedes-Benz cars right now, and I've went on about the interiors, and the A-Class is really my favorite. This is my favorite Mercedes-Benz car at the moment. Like, it's really top tier. If you don't need the extra space in the sedans and the SUVs like the C-Class and the GLEs and whatever, this is really well worth it, because you get all the tech features that you get in the higher up cars. You get the nice looking interior, pretty much all the gizmos, and I know you do have to pay for it. It's really expensive, but hey, it's a nice place to be. And also the status symbol that comes with it, it's really classy, and you do look like that person who's, you know, you've got it, you drive a Mercedes-Benz and it's got the thing, hey? So yeah, driving experience is really nice, and for some reason I've been driving like a hooligan. It's really fun, it's sporty, and gearbox is very responsive. I mean, there's just something that's so enjoyable about it. I don't know what it is exactly, but it is there. Let's push on. Oh my goodness, I'm taking some curves right now, and I can just lean around, and it's really confidence inspiring. Jeez, if I keep going, I'll actually run out of fuel. But yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this A-Class review, and until next time, that's cheers from me.